had built an observatory, or a kind of platform with an observatory on top. And there were 6 official observers. There were also, there was an assistant who was called out the seconds, so that they could, because they couldn't all look at the, at the transit and see their clocks. So very often they had assistants who called out seconds and numbers, and another assistant who noted the times. At Rittenhouse farm in Norriton, there were 4 official observers, and the weather was also perfect there. And a large crowd of spectators had assembled to see what was going on. So Rittenhouse, when he got up that day, couldn't believe his luck, because the days before had been really cloudy. But on that day, the sky was gleaming, he said, with a purity of atmosphere. In fact, he got so excited that when Venus finally appeared, he fainted, which of course you all know here. But so he missed the beginning of the most important scientific event of his life. Right? He kind of quickly got up and grabbed his telescope and then did his measurements. So you wonder. After the transit, observers once again shared their results and wrote letters to each other. So it's almost like their letters are like these invisible threads which kind of go across the world, with astronomers from Madras and Jakarta writing to St. Petersburg and Sweden, and those from Russia write to London and to France. So it's almost like as if this avalanche of knowledge is rolling over the world. And this time, the calculations were much more precise. Astronomers still didn't agree on one exact value, but they were coming much closer, and the margins were getting narrower and narrower. So this is what they came up with for the second transit. And look at today's value. Pretty impressive, huh? If you think, what instruments they had and how they had to travel there. So I think very impressive. But I think what's even more important than this number is that for the first time an international community of scientists had worked successfully and peacefully together. And the achievements of the transit expeditions really changed the world of science. The byproducts of the expeditions, for example, were wide-ranging because they all had to determine their exact geographical positions.